And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Grade A Fantasy. Well, welcome back to the Grade A Fantasy channel, as we are back with another episode of Grade A Power Plays. Hope everything worked out for you yesterday. Yesterday I had a good sweat in the NBA streets, and also with a few bets here that made up for a few losses. What was funny about the power play points, we kind of got the points, but the power play expired when the guy came back on ice. I forgot who Seattle had the penalty on, but we did get a goal right after. And then, of course, we did get a goal right after the penalty expired, so Anaheim had just missed it by a few seconds. The Montour goal, the Montour ladder went up almost all the way up to 5. Vince Dunn damn near quadrupled his original prop. Like I said, I knew you could have went Dunn. Like I said, some forwards, some defensemen, some teams have at least 2 defensemen that will take a decent amount of shots. Some is just one, but yeah, I did say the option with Dunn. It's just that you started at such a high prop because his 1.5 was basically minus 200, but he got way up there. So if you took him, you definitely was happy with that. I also mentioned that I took the McTavish point, as I'll show you here. As usual, there goes the McTavish point. The top line did everything what they had to do. What sucked was Fabry. And, well, I forgot who it was. It was Fabry and somebody else who kept scoring or whatever, but they weren't listed. I did like going with the depth of Anaheim if you're going against the depth of Seattle. That kind of held us back a little bit. And then I think other than that, that was it. Pretty much everything went up after not getting the power play point for Winnipeg. And then, of course, the shot ladder with Montour. So we'll look to improve here today. 5 games on today's slate? Something like that. We have a few opportunities today. I definitely like some of the games tomorrow, but that preview will be for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be revisiting, obviously, the Anaheim ladder with a couple of defensemen that we did win with before because they're going to Calgary. Columbus at Vegas tomorrow. San Jose, Seattle might be interesting. For the early games, there's a few. Montreal, Minnesota seems to be a good one. And so on and so forth. So let's get with today. So today we'll start with the Pittsburgh and Utah game. Pittsburgh, we're dealing with a team who's third against shots against, who also has 376 penalty minutes, a sub 80 penalty kill. We also have Pittsburgh going against Utah, who's fourth in penalty minutes with an 81.6 penalty kill. But here's the thing. It's not Karel Vejmelka. It's most likely, right now, it's Connor Ingram. If we get Connor Ingram, we're definitely looking at some Pittsburgh stats. And for points, like I said, Crosby's a little priced out. I mean, you could add them for all 3 on the line because they could get it all together on the power play. But I did do this a little while ago, all for a point. Wait, that's wrong. I must have had something else there. All for a point. Yeah, it's plus 192 because Crosby's so high. It was a few games ago that I just let these guys by themselves go and it was plus 146. So Raquel and Rust are interesting prop. Definitely got to note that down. But what I do like, Rust plus 146. But what I do like is the shot opportunity in some of these games. Plus I like the power play opportunity. Just waiting for goalie confirmation. Nedeljkovic has been playing well, but that's not going to last too long. When it comes to the goalie, obviously we want the backup here. Connor Ingram has been playing well. Both goalies have been doing their thing. Both have 2.5. Both have 2.5. Connor and Karel Vejmelka, 2.5 goal against average. Both right there at the 90 percentile save. And then if we go to Pittsburgh, he's been playing well, and I think it's already confirmed today that these are the lines. Yes, they already had their morning skate. More than likely, it's going to be Nedeljkovic again, and he's been playing well. His last few rounds have been playing well. Once again, that can't last long. Still over a 3 average, but these teams do give up shots. Well, in one case, Utah gives up a lot of penalty minutes. Pittsburgh gives up a lot of shots. So you can see here, I went with the Clayton Keller, the 2 on the top line, Clayton Keller mini ladder. 2.5 is minus 110. So if Keller gets 4, it's 230. My favorite prop though is Cooley, little mini ladder, 2.5 He's already at plus 116. Cooley for 4 shots is plus 300. Cooley in his last 7 games has only went under 2.5 twice. So, and then of course, like I said, you could basically add one more shot to go, one more shot on goal on the average, basically, when it comes to playing Pittsburgh. And then when we go back to the main menu, because once again, especially if it's Connor Ingram, we have to take a look at the power plays. But right now, yes, it's still worth it. Like I said, not that many bets. We're not even going to be putting that many bets in today. Crosby's worth it. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for, also, it is worth it to take power plays on the opposite side. Do not take Michael Kesselring. Michael Kesselring will not be quarterback in the top power play. Utah has already had their morning skate. Mikhail Sergachev is back. So Mikhail Sergachev moves Kesselring down. If anything, because Gunther is still gone, you might want to take a risk on Josh Doan. He's 650. Other than that, I like Michael Bunting. Raquel, Russ, the 330s right there, they're fine. But other than that, that's the main news there. It's just that we need the official confirmation of goalie and goalie. It's still in the middle of the day. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I like these shot props. Also, if you want to do a mini ladder as well, I have it written down in my notes. You can start off with Bunting. Where is he? Bunting by itself, 1.5 goes to minus 160. So if Bunting gets the 3 shots on goal, Bunting becomes a plus 195 for 3 shots. So I like the shot generation here on both teams. Plus, Bunting would avoid that top line because of Cooley, Keller, Schmaltz, very good defensively, and also on that, the second line has been pretty decent defensively as well. Once you attack the real depth, the bottom 6, that's when you get the better matchups. Bunting being on the second line has a chance to see both lines 2 and 3 pairings. And then of course, like I said, Utah gives up a lot of penalties. So when you're going to get at least 2 or 3 power plays, you're looking maybe a shot per power play, and then Bunting can get over by itself without the 5-on-5 play. The only other game that I'm kind of interested in, not LA, Florida. That looks like another defensive battle. Plus, like I said, LA is starting to become unpredictable now. Florida's at home, yes, but they have, if you want, yes, Florida's top power plays, but the last time these two teams played, it was in LA. That was a defensive battle. These are 2 defensive teams, but they're not making mistakes. That's what got to LA a couple games ago. Vancouver, Nashville. If I was to recommend, and here once again, don't even ask me about Philly, Jersey. That's gonna probably most likely be an ugly game again. I don't want any parts of that. I do like the power play opportunities for Vancouver. Like I said, Nashville, they're on the rise, but both teams have their starting goalie. Thatcher Demko's starting to get into form, and you got UC Soros. But power play rise, they're a little bit priced out. But on the Vancouver side, with Nashville rising in penalties, they've calmed down a bit, but they've rose a bit. You still have JT Miller 270, Brock Besser 330, Connor Garland 470. They basically got both teams power play 1, pretty much. But when it comes to what I like, starting at 7, and then the other game that I like, Pittsburgh, not too late, 9:30 scheduled, so 9:40 puck drop. Minnesota at Toronto, Kirill Kaprizov out with surgery. That's too bad. I might have to dig into a little bit, but if anything, I do like, he does pick up the slack when he's not there. Like I said, you could like Boldy for shots on goal. There's a couple of shots on goal props that you might like, but I definitely like Spurgeon for a point. Let's take a look at these shots on goal props and where they're starting from. From where these are starting from, I definitely like, and now, like I said, these guys got to be shooters, of course. I think they have McMahon now. I don't really trust that one. Boldy's priced pretty high, but he'll have to attack. You got Matthews going to be at 3.5. Mitch Marner. Willie Nylander, 3.5. Almost even money. That's interesting. Zuccarello's plus money at 2.5. He might have to pick up the slack as well. But when it comes to this side, once again, we're going to be attacking power plays. Minnesota, basically bottom 3 penalty kills, 70.2. Yes, they got Gustafsson, but it doesn't matter who the goalie is. The penalty kill is horrible. So when it comes to points, I definitely like Without a shadow of a doubt, power play. Yes, some of these are priced out, but hey, the opportunity is there. Austin Matthews plus 195, Nylander plus 190. If anything, it's worth the risk that you like. Plus 400 is pretty good. Toronto is vulnerable. 379. The penalty kill is fine. But once again, not known for their defense. So if you want the Minnesota side, is priced pretty decently. All of them together, 230 Boldy, 260 Boldy, 230 Zuccarello, 300 even for Eck. Spurgeon plus 420, the power play quarterback. I kind of like that. There's opportunity there. Since I also like Spurgeon for a point. Spurgeon for a point is already... Wait, that's power play points. If I'm not mistaken, let's see if it changed. When I took these notes, Spurgeon was 164 for a point. Yeah, he still is. And he's the power play quarterback, so he'll be picking up the slack as usual. Yeah, it's kind of a dull day. Don't really like the matchups here and there. Some of the teams you can't trust. And and then we're still waiting for some goalie confirmations. Yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. That's pretty much it. More action, obviously, in that Utah-Pittsburgh game that I like with the shot on goal action generation against Pittsburgh. Spurgeon, like I said, point. The power play, Toronto against the worst penalty kill. Get a couple of opportunities. McMahon could probably hit you for that plus 400. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and if there's anything that I would like to take, because like I said, Malkin is still out, and then like I said, even though the top line is somewhat decent defensively, I did kind of get this because one of them did get 2 points. I just couldn't get the pairing. This is just a Hail Mary, but I think it's worth the risk. Even in this matchup, like I said, with the shot generation and how bad the defense is, do they still have it though? See, there goes Josh Doan. I don't see him anymore. I don't. They don't have Michelli, so we can't do the Michelli. We can't do the Michelli Hayton thing or whatever. He's not around, but Hayton is still on the board, and he's there at 800. He did get. Remember, I didn't get the pairing, but he did get 2 goals the last time. It was Hayton that got the 2 goals, so Hayton has picked up his shots because, like I said, they had to move Cooley up, and remember, Gunther's not there. So Hayton has played well. He has 9 points in his last 10 games. 5 goals, 4 assists, on 27 shots. I don't think he's on the top power play, is he? No, he's on the second power play. It's Josh Doan that's on that power play. So if anything, like I said, Doan is 650, but 2 points for Barrett Hayton is not bad. I kind of like that. That's something that I'll be researching myself. But Hayton has been playing well. He has been playing well. So if there's no Michelli, I won't mind sprinkling or doing a point ladder. I won't mind doing that at all. Hayton for 2 points is plus 200. Hayton for a point, and like I said, he's basically had a point a game, basically. Or he's fall short. He's had 9 points in the last 10 games. So if we get that, what do we have here? Hayton 4 points plus 132, so I'll probably take that. It just sucks that Michelli's not there so he can stack it, but Hayton by himself could do it. I don't mind that. So that's definitely one of my favorite picks. So I got a few sprinkles of info for the first Minnesota game. Not really much. Like I said, if you like power play, just like how I said, if you like power play opportunities with Vancouver yesterday, I mentioned the Washington power play. I just didn't take it, but I was just like, hey, that's just the opportunity there. And then Washington came through against Calgary. They got the power play. And it was assisted by it was Strome assisted by both the defensemen, like I said, especially our favorite Chikrin. So just throwing a little information out there. But yeah, once again, it will be the late game that'll have most of my attention with Pittsburgh. And as you can see here, once again, what do I have up so far? Clayton Keller mini shot ladder, Logan Cooley mini shot ladder, and then I got to get all those other power plays in. And then of course I'm gonna like Hayton for the 2 points, and that's pretty much it. Not too many bets. Like I said, tomorrow, bigger day, better opportunity, and yeah, that's it for me today. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in once again. This is Grade A Fantasy, signing off.